Hey fellas, you would be surprised to know how long passed since we launched our underwater terrarium. So sit back and relax, cause it's gonna be pretty interesting. After uploading a video, we got tons of advice from y'all. We proceeded all information and decided that small aquarium won't be enough for creating an ecosystem. That's why we bought new space, twice bigger than previous one. Considering its small size, transporting first aquarium to filming table was pretty hard. What can we say about bigger one? So we decided to make a stand for a new aquarium, which makes it easier to transport. We picked wooden plate and two narrow slats that we stick to it using a glue. When glue got dried up, our stand was ready. We could push our fingers through it, getting better grip. Catching all residents, we started to moving in new aquarium. In the beginning, we relocated soil from old aquarium. Then we put a little bit more. We decided to boil our lock in order to get rid of bacteria. And also pour boiled water threads that we're gonna tie a moss. Just look at the changes of water after boiling a log. Blend this and pour water. Since aquarium got bigger, we also bought these bowls. Shrimp loves it and eat almost anything you give. Also we bought special lamp that have different RGB lights that will show huge spectrum of colors for underwater plants. In order to help aquarium to start its ecosystem, we put a heater. Cause in a warm environment all processes happen faster. Though it's only for the start. Before sealing aquarium we're gonna to remove it. After 2 days we noticed that log started to emit some kind of slime. It's not good, and we removed and threw it away. We don't need these issues. And instead we got a piece of real lava from some volcano. First, it looks cool. And second, it should have some elements and useful minerals. And finally, it's porous like a sponge. In these tiny holes will settle and reproduce helpful bacteria and microorganisms. It was also got boiled and placed inside. Also, initially we put inside a filter with aerator. It will provide an oxygen into water and carefully filter it, because after planting it, it got a little muddy. After that we started the procedure of placing shrimp in aquarium. These sticks are their poop. And you will be surprised to see how fast is their digestion. This shrimp with transparent shell that allows to see its entrails. When a shrimp eats, food goes to a yellow stomach and almost immediately digests. After that it goes to a long tube, which is intestine of a shrimp. Food goes through it pretty quick, and because shrimp eats all the time, therefore it poops. Shrimps are great sanitation workers, and after moving in, some plants had some kind of plaque, but then shrimp started to remove it, and after some time plants became super clean. I wanna add that since the moment of placing shrimp, we didn't feed them, and they solely ate seaweed or dead plants. After a few days we added few more shrimp into aquarium. So after some time, choose and leave only active and well adapted ones to survival in these harsh conditions. The thing is, water here isn't provided with an oxygen like in other aquariums. Shrimp need to breathe somehow, and we hope for the diffusion of oxygen in water through ventilated air in aquarium, and plus the emission of oxygen from plants, cause in the process of photosynthesis it emits an oxygen in water, and apparently you can see it with a naked eye. Bubbles of oxygen come right through leaves or stalks of plants. A new aquarium we didn't feed shrimp, because after the whole sealing process we won't get an access to it at all. That's why it's crucial to choose most adaptive shrimp that can find food itself. Inside of the aquarium we planted a lot of moss that shrimp love. Plus different organic things settle in it that they also eat. Over time, needles of seaweed appear on the rock and shrimp also eats it. But they need food with more protein. And our plan was to place Daphnia. It's a tiny plankton that eats seaweed and microorganisms. That's how cleaning water. Apart from cleaning water, some of them will die naturally from process of time or other reasons going down to bottom, where shrimp are going to eat them. After a week or so, aquarium was full of Daphnia with different sizes. Take a look at how funny it moves, like jumping in water using its legs. Let's check them closer. And it looks unusual, like some kinda an alien. We can see all entrails and bizarre-sized black eye. Inside, we can notice eggs that will hatch with newborns. We hope that Daphnia wouldn't damage our aquarium and only contribute to making a biological balance. The only thing we removed are snails, with your advice. They are breeding really fast, and being pretty ravenous, they could eat all plants. On the other side, they were pretty good at cleaning glass from plaque, which makes harder to observe. Though, we came up with an alternative. Getting general sponge for dishes, we cut a hard part 2 squares. Then we got 2 magnets, and the big one placed between sponge. After that, stitch sides with a thread. Now we can clean insides of walls of aquarium, even we don't have an access to it after some time. And so magnets inside won't scratch the glass, we wrapped it in a piece of cloth. By the way, shrimp often drop their skin, and it looks a little terrifying, like some kind of dead shrimp. Insufficient of calcium of other species can lead to eat this skin, but it's not all the residents of our aquarium. There are also some that you cannot see with your naked eye. If we magnify the territory around soil, we can see a bunch of bugs and other organisms. This creature called Cyclops. Can you see this bright red eye? It's a hunter and eats smaller organisms. And this is a doe with eggs that will hatch small cyclops. Also inside there are different types of tiny worms. I don't think they can harm aquarium. Rather, the more living organisms we have here, the easier to make an ecosystem that we need. We wanted to seal aquarium in this episode, but it seems like it's still early. We gotta observe of multiplying of Daphnia and remove them from aquarium if it's necessary. Also, we're hesitant about a soil, which can produce useful minerals for plants that can lead to over-enrichment for aquarium. Since this plant grows day by day. Just look how tiny it was in the first episode. Though this experiment has already started, and we are not feeding shrimp, nor changing the water for over a month. We picked only strongest species that can feel better, and none of them died. The preparation goes smooth, and every day we observe the aquarium, and the whole sealing process comes pretty soon. Write in the comments below your thoughts on carrying out our experiment. It really helps.